السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. The Iraqi Zaha Hadid, the most renowned architect in the whole world, once said, "There is a tranquility in these cities with great rivers. Whether it is Cairo or Baghdad, you sit there and you think, this river has flown here for thousands of years. There are magical moments in these places." Greetings from Cairo to our brothers and sisters in Baghdad. I am honored to be here today with you to share with you the results of the pilot study that I conducted to explore the perceptions of the students and the instructors of online learning. My name is Maha Hamid. I am an assistant professor in the faculty of Al-Aljan Mass Communication Alsan Department at Masr International University in Cairo. I will start the presentation by explaining the status of online teaching and learning in my university under the pandemic, and then I will share with you the aims of the research, the variables investigated, and the results of the data analysis. Since the beginning of the pandemic, my university decided to apply blended learning. Most of the classes are online classes, and we get to see the students only once every week in a traditional classroom setting. However, we don't see or meet the whole class at once. We divided the class into two halves. So, for example, this week we are meeting the first half, the second week we are meeting the second half. The platform we use is Zoom, which is a cloud-based video conferencing service, and we enjoy the privileges of the paid university account. For example, we don't have this 40-minute limit. The classes can run on Zoom for as long as we want. The classes can be recorded and saved on cloud. Other facilities such as having easy reporting for attendance. The learning management system we use is Moodle. For this study, I used a sample that included 13 randomly chosen university students whose ages range between 18 and 21. I used a questionnaire for data collection. Data was analyzed by calculating percentages of occurrence for students' responses. The independent variables investigated are online learning in general, and then blended learning and Moodle in particular. As to online learning, the most important advantage reported by the students of online learning is the availability of materials online. Because before the pandemic, not all the instructors would post all the education material online. Um, Therefore, the students were really happy to have are really happy to have all the material posted online, and also they have mock exams, so they can do a lot of training and practice and exercise. The second important advantage is having the flexibility of time and place. They can refer anytime they want to the recorded lectures, and they can access the classes wherever they are. But it seems that they are not at all happy with their level of understanding in an online context, in contrast to the level of understanding he used to achieve in a traditional classroom setting. Therefore, it is expected that they would prefer traditional classroom learning in a traditional classroom setting over online learning. This is because 75% of them reported that learning online is not as efficient as learning in a traditional classroom setting, probably because, as reported by 69% of them, in an online learning context, they don't have ample opportunities to interact with their instructors and professors. Now, the troubling feature of online teaching to most instructors is their inability to supervise or to control their students' attendance. But it seems like the students do not share their instructors' negative impression of the effect of online context on attendance. Because nearly 63% of them agreed that online learning positively affects their attendance, whereas only 20% of them saw that it negatively affected their attendance. In addition, 72.7% of them reported that intrinsic motivation is not enough to motivate them to do online learning. And by